Hello everyone, Luigi here and welcome to my newest Minecraft build. This is the beta hangar. Now this ain't a space station, but instead a space hangar to keep all my spaceships and starships. And I'm using the Space Architect version 0.97 resource pack in Minecraft PC 1.8.3. And this build was inspired by my loves Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Citizen, and the Mass Effect trilogy. Let's take a tour. We can follow the carpet, and what you see here are these landing pads for my various spacecraft. Got the checkered here, got the lights. And you've got the red warning around the side. And I really like this funky texture. And this big one, as you can see, it's pointing to the big door in front of me, but I'll get to that. And this was reserved for what I would hope to be a merchant ship. I've just come back from Space Station Alpha. Had a lovely time there. Might have caught some Jupiter flu, but that's okay. I'm cured now. And this is where I would dock my merchant vessel. And originally I had planned to make 3 landing pads, but I didn't have the time or the space. And I thought to myself, the main thing is not the spaceships, it's not the starships, it is the hangar. This is what I wanted to create. And you notice there's some grey and white in the design, and that's because I wanted this space hangar to look like it's been made from several different plates that were glued together, and it's sort of like one big square. And because it is impossible, even with postmodern engineering, and I'm filming this in 2015, even if you were truly to make a really huge, say, telescope, it would be pretty impossible from an engineering standpoint, although technology has advanced, to make a big flat piece, a plane, very hard. You're going to have to break it into sections just to make it. And this is what I tried to create. You can see it on the floor, and you can also see it on the walls. Squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's all made from these white iron ore and glued together with the grey, I think it's cobblestone, but because of the resource pack, it looks like some kind of grating. So yeah, just a few artistic flourish like that. I think it looks pretty cool. And okay, we're back on the carpet, and I only had enough time to make one shuttlecraft, as you can see here. And it's based from the runabouts, as you see on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, with a few flourishes from me. And you can actually go inside it. You got your 2 seats here in the cockpit. You got your computer screens here. Some funky blue glass representing the sci-fi glass. And a door leading to the transporter bay. Something like that. So yeah, it's totally... If I were to make the other starships, then I'd probably make them just like this one, a lot bigger, but able to go inside. I just didn't have enough time or resources. This build, actually, I started it last year. It took me several months to build the base, and I've actually uploaded a tutorial on how I did it. I used a little bit of a cheat, but a cheat that's not really a cheat. I didn't use Bucket, I didn't use World Editor to make this huge box, let's say, for this space hangar. And to prove we're really in space, I've got some windows here, plain glass. Other flourishes include these red lights. As you can see, I have like a marching ant sort of pattern, which delineates for the pilots the actual taxiway to the hangar doors. And you've got a very long one for the shuttlecraft, and a slightly bigger marching ants. This is made from red carpet, and I do like the red carpet rather than the red carpet blocks or the red wool blocks. It looks pretty cool. It looks sort of thin and flat. And of course these red lights are based on hangars seen in the Air Force and Navy. And please correct me if I get any of my information wrong. And if we fly, we can see it truly does, especially for the shuttlecraft here, which does follow a trajectory line there. And of course, for the much wider merchant ship, a much wider, a much more narrow, and a much more shorter taxiway to the blast doors. Now this huge blast door, I'll go for a wide shot, basically it's got all the details. It's made from much thicker, harder material, which I tried to delineate with like a dark grey. It's got its warning stripes there, and these big clamps here in the center. If you can see my cursor moving around, what would happen, these would unlock, and the left part will go to the left and the right part will go to the right. And I just think it looks pretty awesome, pretty cool, especially with these light detail. And just imagine it for a merchant ship just to dock out here. These things would open, and it will look pretty cool. And I guess someone who knows redstone better than I can could actually make that work. Just to show the other artistic flourishes, I really like these columns that are holding the ceiling up, and this is basically a stone fence, but it looks so awesome, look cool, doesn't it? Especially with the resource pack, and goes upwards, and it delineates. Oh, fell down. Delineates to a nice little block. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It just touches like these. Here's another shot of a column. It's just touches like these which makes Minecraft builds so much more complex than it's given credit for. It may look like a blocky wall, but it's much more complex. And as you can see, probably tell by the colored lights, these are redstone, but they appear blue, and they're all lit from the outside. I can show you the redstone lamp circuitry in a minute. I thought that was pretty cool, and of course the cage down, and it just looks pretty futuristic, don't you think? And of course these big huge lights of the hangar that goes the entire hangar, that was quite complex to construct. You can see the redstone lamps, which appears blue, and it's encased in a glass block, not glass pane, but a glass block. And that, I think, if you agree with me, looks pretty awesome. I love these futuristic blue lights, and I chose blue to represent the lights because that's a sci-fi color. And these little light switches here, these yellow ones, are just sort of like little lamp lights, just to make the owner of the space hangar just to give it more lighting. I just want to show you, before we go to level 2, this neat storage. A little piece of Minecraft text. Storage. I'm pretty proud of that. And of course this is a hangar, so that describes what it is basically. Alright, up we go. This funky little alcove. We're gonna cross the stairs, not scares. Going up there, and of course the little stairs to go up this little walkway. We're going to take the carpet route because we are civilized, and you can still see the columns, and it ends in the little block there. A pretty cool artistic feature. And I try to delineate the second floor with sections of blue, some obsidian. This black stuff here really is obsidian. It looks much more futuristic than that, and once again you can tell it's made from different pieces, different square shapes welded together, and you can quite literally observe the whole hangar from the second floor. And of course we have the little railing so we don't fall off. It's very, very huge, as you can tell. And I'm doing my speed walk, and if I was in survival mode, then I'll probably waste all my hearts or my hungers, whatever. I've just come back from Space Station Alpha, my other build, and let's go to operations. Operations right here. Open the door. Let's shut it so the mice don't get in. And this is the operations center of my hangar. Pretty cool. It's got a chest. What's in here? Nothing. Some computer readouts. Some more computer readouts. Ooh, some fancy animated computer readouts. Anyway, this is where I would work at the operations, do some diagnostics, that was the word I was thinking of, and generally check out the welfare and maintain the space hangar. There's this computer readout here which is locked inside a cage, must be for something really important. And of course I got my diamond version of my spacesuit on the ready just in case I need it. But we have a small private viewing platform if we exit. And this is where it gets fancy. We've got a potted plant with a plant here. We've got a jukebox where we can listen to some tunes. And we've got an orange vinyl seat. It's really orange sandstone. And this anvil here with the resource pack is doubling as sort of like a comm feature like Captain Kirk used to do. So this is where I can crouch down and I can sit in relative comfort with my potted plants. The only greenery in the space hangar, and I have an awesome view of any of my spaceships being taken out. Sort of relaxing. And I could have a brew and I could enjoy myself. And that's it. That is the tour of the beta hangar, my newest Minecraft creation. I hope you liked it. I enjoyed making it, certainly. And I spent a lot of hours making this particular build. And I'm very proud of it. It is probably the most complex one I've made. It's probably the longest I've ever spent on a Minecraft build. And I hope this project gives you some inspiration for your own projects. And I would like to see some space hangars on YouTube made by yourself. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.